Thank you very much. Good evening. I think all of you are very tired and looking forward to going out. Let me just try to reorient the discussion slightly. What I want to highlight and what I want to convey is how fish can play a major role in food systems thinking. Now, no one is thinking on rice alone, wheat alone, fish alone, vegetables alone. We're all thinking in the form of what is known as food systems. And we know very well that fish plays a major part in food systems. And within fish, I just want to bat for tilapia. Tilapia can play a major role in the food systems, in transforming the food systems, and in also nourishing nations. So very briefly, I would like to tell who we are. World Fish is one of the 15 CGIAR centers, consultative group of international agriculture research. And there are 15 global CGR centers, all focused on producing food, transforming food systems, talking about what is called the planetary health. What food should we consume if we were to conserve and preserve our planet? And fish has a major role in that. And I am going to just again say bat for fish, and within fish I'm going to bat for tilapia. And these are the 15 global CGR centers, and World Fish is located in Malaysia. And Hyderabad, I know many of you would know that is the headquarters for ICRISAT, which is our sister organization. Similarly, you have IRI in Philippines, you have CIMIT in Mexico, many other CGR centers. What is the mission of World Fish is mainly to strengthen their livelihoods and enhance the food and nutrition security of people by mainly harnessing the potential of fisheries and aquaculture. This is the places where we work. Coming to tilapia, as all of you know, there are three genera of tilapia. One is the Oreochromis, the maternal mouth brooders. The next one is the paternal mouth brooders and the substrate brooders. It's native to Africa and moved to farming in over, if I get corrected from Kevin's presentation, to over 140 countries in the tropics and subtropics. And of all the fish, Oreochromis niloticus, that's Nile tilapia, is the most popular one. If you look at what is presently formed, most of the ones which are presently formed are genetically improved varieties. This is very important to remember. Morning, there were a few comments about people telling about the infested. I don't think we can use the word infested. The genetically improved tilapia is what is formed globally, not the ones what you refer to as the infested ones. And if you look at the history of the breeding program, World Fish, as a part of the CGIAR, public goods, has been involved in developing and disseminating the genetically improved tilapia, which is the Oreochromis niloticus in Asia, called the gift, genetically improved farmed tilapia. Oreochromis niloticus in Egypt, called the Abasa strain. Oreochromis niloticus in Ghana, called the Okozoma strain. And we're also working on Oreochromis syrianus in Malawi. It's a different strain. And there are several other gift-derived strains. You can just see genetically male tilapia, the Genomor one, the gift, the Jet XL, the best. There's so many genetically improved ones which are being presently formed. Why are they important? If you look at the gift development and dissemination program, the original founder populations had come from different continents, and that contributed to the development of the gift strain, which is further distributed as international public goods to different countries so that they can enhance their production and productivity of the system. And why tilapia is the focus? Because tilapia is only the fish which is very affordable, very accessible, and very resilient compared to all other species. That's the reason why tilapia will be the future fish, because it's accessible, affordable, and resilient. And today, accessibility is very important, affordability is very important. We cannot afford salmon, but millions of poor fisher people can afford tilapia. Millions of people can afford tilapia, and it can contribute to nutrition and nourishment. If you look at the way the gift tilapia, there's a CGI product that has been disseminated globally, you can see how tilapia has moved around in the last 30 to 40 years since the development of the genetically improved gift strain. And if you look at the global picture of the tilapia production, again, Kevin has told about this. As of now, there's around 6.5 million tons of tilapia that's being produced globally, and China tops the list with 1.8, Indonesia with 1.1 million, Egypt with 875, and look at Bangladesh, 324, almost coming close to 400,000 tons now, without compromising the production of carbs, without compromising the production of shrimp or pungaceous catfish. If you look globally, of all the tilapia production, the 6.5 million metric tons, more than 50% comes from gift and gift-derived strains. So genetically improved varieties are contributing to the production, not the others, the wild tilapia. CJR in fish, if you see the genetically improved tilapia, it grows 50 to 80% faster than your other unimproved varieties. There's a large market share, and the gift technology is being used widely in many parts of the world. And this is one of the ADB report, which talks about millions being fed through a cheap, accessible, affordable fish. What is the future focus of the breeding program? The breeding program that's being taken up in different parts of the world is focusing on creating a step change in the performance. Earlier, all the selections were done largely for fast growth, but now the selections are being done using genomic technology for improved health, for growth under stress conditions, for feed efficiency. So to have a global impact. It's not an impact in 1 pond, 2 ponds. What this fish will do will have a global impact and reach millions and billions of people, especially small farmers who can afford cheaper fish and nourish their families with fish as the major center supply of nutrients. And World Fish follows an integrated programmatic approach for promoting the tilapia by 3 major breeding platforms, one in Malaysia, one in Egypt, and one in Bangladesh. And we have another 12 breeding programs worldwide. If you look at the dissemination strategies that are being used for the distribution of the public good, that's the quality germplasm. You have the breeding nucleus normally, followed by the multiplication centers, the hatcheries, followed by the farmers. So for any country, if they want to really establish a good tilapia program, first stage, they should establish a good gift breeding program or a tilapia breeding program with a strong focus on biosecure breeding nuclei, followed by multiplication centers and seed supply centers. The seed dissemination programs, if you look globally, tilapia was largely pursued as very hardy fish. Nothing is going to happen to this fish, but it's no longer true. Now we know that tilapia can succumb to many diseases. So overall biosecurity considerations for tilapia has been very poor compared to shrimp or salmon or other fish species. But this should change, not just with the policymakers, but also with the farmers. Farmers should not think that tilapia is very hardy, I can do anything with tilapia. No, tilapia is equally susceptible to pathogens and diseases, and they must be taken and treated with care, just like other shrimp and other fish species. Seed certification and accreditation systems are largely absent for tilapia. That should come in. In shrimp, you're all talking of SPF 1-amide. Same will happen, should come for tilapia and even for other fish species. Systems for screening broodstock and seed for specific list of pathogens, it is not in place. That should come into place. SPF initiatives are not there, it will come. Selective breeding programs and genetic improvement programs have still now recently focused only on growth, but now many programs are focusing on stress-tolerant tilapia, salinity-tolerant tilapia, disease-resistant tilapia. So in future, we will have tilapia where you will have many of these traits combined into some well-performing improved varieties. Farming systems, why tilapia is so versatile? Why tilapia is so resilient? Why tilapia is so accessible and affordable? Because it fits all conditions. Any polyculture. Just go to Bangladesh if you want to open your eyes to tilapia farming. Backyard ponds, cages, ponds, shrimp ponds, Indian major carp culture ponds, catfish ponds. Everywhere tilapia can be formed. Provided you use good quality seed, use genetically improved tilapia, you produce without compromising the productivity of your primary target species, be it shrimp, be it carp, be it pungaceous. That's why tilapia is an advantage. It cannot be said for other species. It can be integrated with agriculture. You can see how nicely it can be integrated with agriculture. It can be done in ponds, homestead ponds, cages, community tanks. Tilapia can be done everywhere as long as you can comply with the national rules and regulations. That is left to the country and the policymakers to decide how it should be. But the farming systems are less amenable for biosecurity implementation. That is where we need more attention to what we call better management practices, better simple farm level management practices. The many tilapia pathogens and diseases, till recently no attention was given to tilapia diseases, but since the outbreak of a famous disease called tilapia lake virus, a lot of attention was given. Many countries, research institutions, and industry, farmers, they're all looking into how can we really work around tilapia lake virus. Otherwise, tilapia was only known to be susceptible to diseases like streptococcus, Pseudomonas, and also to epizootic ulcerative syndrome. So biosecurity is essential to protect tilapia aquaculture. This is where understanding the farming system of tilapia will be very, very essential. If you have to really identify what are the biosecurity risks and how can we really come up with farm-level biosecurity plans to protect the industry. And you see, this is the system, an integrated system in Bangladesh, the one on the right-hand side, how nicely agriculture, vegetable cultivation is done over the ponds where tilapia and mesocarps are cultured. It's very well suited for even integrated agriculture. The perception, the awareness, the capacity, and the resources for health management tilapia needs very, very special attention, mainly from the research institutions and the policymakers and the departments, including from MPEDA, RGC, and others. Because tilapia is largely perceived as very hardy and resilient, so people pay less attention to all the routine health management practices, which is normally done for shrimp. So I think this should be inculcated in the way we farm and handle tilapia. Otherwise, we will see this, the middle picture, we will see the middle picture where millions of tilapia would die and badly get disposed on the pond banks. What we need, we do not need any high technology. What we need is very simple, practical biosecurity resources and capacity building of the farmers and the extension service providers and the Department of Fisheries officers so that simple biosecurity programs can be inculcated in the hatcheries, multiplication centers, and the farming systems. Again, what we need is to promote uptake and adoption of BMPs, better management practices. These are very simple practices, have shown to be effective in many countries for different species, including shrimp. The same principles we need to adopt for tilapia. Simple, better management practices, implementation, uptake, monitor, improve. BMPs are constantly evolving, they're improving. Today's BMP may not be for tomorrow's. It has to keep on improving. So simple things like record keeping and making improvements will contribute to better production and better performance. Worldfish in India, we have been working in India since 2011. I'm very happy to acknowledge here that the first collaboration of Worldfish is with MPEDA RGCA way back in 2011 through the establishment of the satellite breeding program for tilapia, gift tilapia in the Rajiv Gandhi RGCA Center in Vijayawada. That is the first collaboration. So that collaboration is going on till 2023. And then from then on, we have been working closely with the government of Odisha, 2016, working with CIMIT BISA in Delhi, working with another USAID project in Odisha, working with Assam in the World Bank assisted project, working with ICRISAT on a climate resiliency project, and also working with ICAR in a big way with three major institutions, CIFA for aquaculture, CIFRI for small-scale fisheries, CIFT for value chains and fish nutrition. This is our program. This is the program with which we are closely collaborating, the RGCA Center, Dr. Kandan and his team, on the production of gift, both the germplasm and the brood seed and the seed for farming. If you this is a very simple analysis. If you look at how Bangladesh has progressed from 2005 to 2015 and see how tilapia contribution has increased from almost negligible in 2008 to 324,000 tons in 2015, a 17% growth. And if you apply that similar equation to India, India could reach in 2025 a production of 1.4 million tons. India has the potential to reach without compromising Katla, Rohu, Mrigal, without compromising Vanamai, without compromising catfish. There is the potential. That is the advantage of tilapia because it's resilient, it's adopted, it can be adopted to different conditions. This is just one example from Odisha. We are working in Odisha with the government of the Department of Fisheries and Animal Resource Department. And these are the different blocks within the state where GIFT has been formed under a 2-year program getting seed from RGCA. And I do not know how many of you can read this. This is the actual crop performance of gift tilapia in Odisha in the first year, 2017-2018, and the second year crop is in progress. In the first year, we worked with around 36 farmers, of which in 22 blocks. And if you can see some of the figures, actual performance in the pilot demonstrations in the year 1. So it's very impressive, actually. The best farm at a production of around 4,778 kgs per acre, it would work out to close to 9 tons per hectares, in a 275-day culture duration, the cost of production being around 65 to 70 rupees, the market rate, farm gate price being around 100 to 110 rupees. And the second year crop is going on as a part of a demonstration in collaboration with the Department of Fisheries, Odisha, and with RGCA, MPEDA. So the final point I want to convey is tilapia, before going to tilapia, fish will play a major role in transforming food systems. If you have to change our food systems, where it becomes diversified, dietary diversity increases, there is nutrition, there is suitable distribution amongst rice, other cereals, vegetables, fruits, and fish, and other meat, fish has a major role. And within fish, tilapia will play a major part in transforming the food systems and also in contributing to the overall nourishment of the nations. I think with that, I stop. Thank you very much.